Make an Avenger tier list. This is gonna get interesting. So I guess I'll place it where I think they should be, and I guess I'll start from the bottom and just work my way to the top, and with each placement I'll explain why I think they are there. But here's the thing, and here's where I ultimately feel like I have the trouble making this list, is the fact that because of gear, even arguably the worst character in the game can become absolutely amazing. And in my opinion, there's not a bad character on the roster, but then again, there's only 7 of them, so it can only be but so bad. You know what I mean? So for the record, this is just my personal opinion. YouTube, please don't shoot me. I know you guys love going on a manhunt every time I post an Avengers video. So Black Widow. I might as well just start with her. Black Widow. I'm gonna put her there. Not the best. Not the best, in my opinion. She is great if you want to play a character that pretty much, like, doesn't want any enemy attention whatsoever. She can hang out all the way at the ass end of the map and just shoot people. And if people get too close, she can cloak and run away. Her damage up close is not the best. And in my opinion, her ultimate is kind of mediocre, in my opinion. The intrinsic staff. Like, it's only mediocre. I don't think it's very good. But at the same time, gear can turn her into an absolute monster. I've seen high caliber builds. I have seen full auto builds where she is just shredding shields left and right. Widow's Bite is incredibly good, but I feel like Cloak has very, very limited use, in my opinion. It's great for pulling aggro off people, but at the same time, if you're playing somebody like Hulk, and Widow does Cloak in your vicinity where you're trying to get all the aggro, it becomes a moot point, and it's like, oh, all that ability that I just used on Hulk is now officially all for nothing because you just pulled all the aggro away from me. So that's my standpoint. I don't think I'm going to be using this final category down here at all. They're not an Avenger because, I mean, number one, that just seems disrespectful. And I don't think any character in this game is complete and total trash. So, next up. I am very torn. Like, if there was another category, like, right in the fucking middle, that's where I would put Ms. Marvel. Ms. Marvel goes there. Ms. Marvel is a pretty good all-around character. She's not the best, but she is the only dedicated healer in the game. And she's the only character in the game that can revive a downed enemy without having to run to them. Like, she can just pop one of her support abilities, and any downed hero is instantly back up. Again, decent damage. A good gear build can turn her into a monster. There's a glitch in the game where if you mash on a button that activates an elevator while she's in super embiggen mode, to where you can be embiggened for like a half an hour straight. So, like, there are things in the game that work towards her favor, but just overall fun factor, I don't think she's quite there. Um, this is really going to be harder than I thought it was going to be. All right, let's move on to let's just get the ladies out of the way. Newest character, Kate Bishop. I'm going to put her up here. An argument can be made of putting her up here, but just to be kind of fair, I'm going to put her right there. She is amazing. She is absolutely amazing. Hey, what's going on, Ryvents? Her decoy support ability is fantastic. Her quantum arrow assault ability can teleport players to other locations, or it can turn the arrow into a singularity and bunch all the enemies into one location. She has the hands down best range attack in the game. She has pretty decent melee. She has one of the best supers in the game. Straight up. Rapid fire arrows, or turn the sword basically into a lightsaber that shoots projectiles. Her shit is just really, really good. Colonel Hurtbomb, thank you so much for the follow, man. Appreciate you. But her way of traversal gets annoying very, 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 very fast. If you're just using the teleport, just raw-ass teleport, you're going to run out of intrinsic energy in a heartbeat. If you're using it for ledges and branches, any forward momentum you had in traversal immediately gets taken away from you. But I can't solely say that's her fault, because a lot of the other characters also suffer from this problem. Hulk definitely suffers from it. Black Widow 100% suffers from it. Miss Marvel definitely suffers from it. And so does Captain America. Pretty much any character that can't fly has this problem. Hulk kind of sort of gets around it because he can just jump everywhere. And while all the other characters can do that as well, his jump goes further than everybody else's. So, with that being said, Hulk! I'm going to put you in just alright. Hulk is fun. Hulk can be built to be basically unkillable. But if you have not been playing Hulk since day one, learning how to use his rage meter properly to tank abilities, tank enemies, properly use your abilities so you're staying in a tank-like mode, he becomes very spongy very quick. He's a lot of fun, but if you don't build him right, he fucking sucks. Captain America. I think a lot of people are going to get pissed at this. He's also just kind of alright. Captain America is hands down the most fun character to play in this game. Like, if you just want to run in and zip bam pow people all day long, Cap is the person to play. His shield is very satisfying to throw. He has a very, very good super. He has a pretty damn good support ability. He's got an amazing assault ability. He's all zip but no pop, in my opinion. Like, he becomes very, very boring after a while. And this is coming from somebody who plays Iron Man. Iron Man, in my opinion, is probably one of the most boring characters to play. But, like, I personally like Iron Man. So, like, now, once again, this tier list is completely my opinion. So, he's great. And like I've said before, every single one of these characters can be great if you build them right. I'm just going based off their base abilities. Base abilities wise, he's just alright. Iron Man. I am putting him with Kate. He is amazing. Fantastic ranged character. You build him right, he becomes a up-close damage dealing machine. And also, one of the best supers in the game. And not only one of the best supers, one of the most versatile supers in the game. Hulkbuster. You can set it up to fire unibeams. You can set it up to fire missile barrages. You can fire high-powered repulsor blasts. Or you can queue up his skill list to where he's firing full-tilt lasers out of his hands that you can just maliciously abuse and just drain shields like nobody's business. And not only that, he can drop the Hulkbuster down and then literally anybody can get into it. It's not regulated to just him. Where everybody else in the game, their super is their super and their super alone. He can share his super with somebody else. And that makes it insanely versatile. Yeah, exactly. You can also give Hulkbuster to a teammate. So, yeah, in my opinion, he is one of the best in the game, but he is not the best in the game. That honor goes to Thor. Thor, he can do damn near everything that the rest of the roster can do. He's got fantastic range abilities. He's got one of the best support abilities in the game that makes him nigh untouchable. He has one of the best ad-clearing assault abilities in the game that if you build it up, not only are you dealing buku damage, but you're doing buku damage in a perimeter around him, and they're getting damaged before he ever does the blast. And, hands down, has the most damaging and best ranged ultimate in the game, the Bifrost. The Bifrost can be summoned at various levels. It can go virtually any distance that it wants to, and if you hold that thing for long enough, it does monstrous fucking damage. He is the only character in the game that can pin enemies to the floor for easy disposal. His intrinsic energy not only defends him, but damages surrounding people if you time it right. He can fly. He can do strafing attacks just like Iron Man. He can ad clear just like Kate. He can do raw-ass damage just like Hulk and Captain America. And he's got AoE attacks just like Miss Marvel. The only thing, and I do mean the only thing he's lacking, is the ability to unlock doors that require encryptions. That only Iron Man and Black Widow can do. And that is literally the only thing he's lacking. He has everything else that makes all the other characters unique. So, yeah, in my opinion, Thor's the best character in the game. And, yeah, there's really just no disputing it. I really wish there was. But you get a good build on Thor, and then on top of that, you put a piece of gear on him that has Jarvis Barrier, or you put the Norn Stone on him that gives him a damage boost. Like, he's a wrecking machine, man. But I digress. That's my opinion on how these characters play currently in the current state of this game. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. This is just my opinion based on all the time I've spent on the game. This is where I think the characters are. But let me know what you think. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you guys later.